This is absolutely one of the biggest scandals that we've seen in sports history. So let's go ahead and get into this one. It says Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier arrested in gambling inquiries. Goes on to say Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones have been arrested as part of a pair of wide-ranging investigations related to illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by the Mafia. Yes. Authorities announced Thursday Billups and Rozier has been placed on leave from their teams, the NBA said in a statement. It says a total of 34 people were arrested as a result of a year-long investigation covering 11 states and involving tens of millions of dollars. FBI Director Kash Patel said law enforcement officials said the multiple charges involved 4 mafia families and organized crime networks, with Patel saying of the money involved that the fraud is mind-boggling. Okay, so we obviously talked about a story of another NBA player that actually was kind of involved, not directly at the time, but had their own situation going on as far as with sports rigging and sports betting. Obviously, coming back to this story, this is the bombshell explosion. And so it basically, at this point, is telling as far as how deep this thing really goes, and obviously how crazy and unfortunately how we didn't see this coming. So fast forward into this. It says Rozier, who was arrested Thursday morning at a hotel in Orlando, Florida, is accused of participating in a legal sports betting scheme using insider NBA information. As part of the scheme, gamblers used non-public information to bet on at least 7 NBA games between March 2023 and March 2024, including the Cavaliers, Magic, Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Raptors. According to the indictment, in 3 of the 7 games, players intentionally removed themselves from contests to benefit the gamblers' bets, according to the indictment. Now, for anyone that's ever bet on a game, right, you got the over, you want the player to get 20 points, 25 points, 15 points, hell, even 10, right? You got it for, 3 threes, and then as they play the game, right, they're at 18 points. And they get pulled out, and you're sitting there like, what the hell's going on? Or they got 2 threes, and the team's only up by 10, but then they go sit, and then the game gets close, and they're still sitting, and you're sitting wondering what the hell is going on. This is exactly the kind of situation that tells us how these games have been rigged, number one, who's been involved, and this is just the surface level. Right? This is absolutely just the surface level. Let's not say, well, it's just over now, they got everybody. This is absolutely the surface level, and this is going to blow up more than what it already is. There's going to be more people who are going to rat. There's going to be more people who are willing to tell. There's going to be more people who, I was the victim too. There's going to be so many people that come out in this story because not only do people not want to get in trouble, but they're going to be trying to making deals. They're going to be trying to getting money back. They're going to try to sue people. This is going to be way bigger than what we're hearing about it even now. It's a bombshell now, but it's going to go nuclear for sure. So, and I want to stop it there because there's more I want to dig into. But this opens up another question, right? We've seen the situations that happen with baseball. We know what happened there with the steroids and the betting and all that kind of stuff. And now we're getting into this NBA side of things where we knew that, sports betting and things were rigged over there because we heard the stories. And even throughout the 90s, we knew players had gambling problems and had issues with, money and gambling and all that kind of stuff. But it's never been this significant. So now my question is, how does this relate to the NFL? Because if you don't think that rigging bets and all kinds of situations and certain scenarios are happening in every sport, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. In the meantime, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be talking about this story. I'm going to do some more digging, get some more details, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty in this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Talk later. Peace out.